say. If I'm a rule you're breaking, I still want you either way. So alright, okay, come talk to me anyway. I think you'll stay. Alright, okay, they're talking about me, who cares anyway? I hope you'll say alright, okay, alright, okay. Scarlet letter around my neck, you're kinda shy and I'm into it. Gossip's nothing but just that, so don't be the love I never had. No. Alright, okay, come talk to me anyway. I think you'll stay. Alright, okay, they're talking about me, who cares anyway? I hope you'll say alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay. You break it, you buy it, don't know if you like it. You're not at the stock market, I'm not a bid. I'm free, I'm a devil, I'm yours, I'm an angel. No, I'm not a dead wish or as hell in heaven. But alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay. What do you say? Alright, okay, come talk to me anyway. I think you'll stay. Alright, okay, they're talking about me, who cares anyway? I hope you'll say alright, okay, alright, okay, alright, okay.
Yo sé muy bien cómo decirte que la cosa va a cambiar, porque cuando más te necesito, tú siempre estás. Si entendieras que mi vida es triste, si tú en ella ya no estás, solo quiero estar de nuevo contigo y no separarme más. Que tú me das todo lo que llevas dentro, que fue lo mejor, que nos separara el tiempo. Que si te vas, yo te juro que me muero. No quiero perderte ahora que por fin te encuentro. Dime si quieres arriesgarte, si te lo juegas todo, amor. Dime si apuestas por nosotros, que solo somos tú y yo. Dime si juntos llegaremos a enloquecernos por amor. Te necesito aquí a mi lado, no te vayas, por favor. Siento que el calor corre en mis venas, ya me late el corazón. Yo que pensé que no sentiría desde el último desamor. Te invito a que vueles conmigo y perdamos la razón. Esa es la aventura que vivimos, disfrutemos la ocasión. Que tú me das todo lo que llevas dentro, que fue lo mejor, que nos separara el tiempo. Que si te vas, yo te juro que me muero. No quiero perderte ahora que por fin te encuentro. Dime si quieres
I'm feeling pretty comfortable here tonight.
Yeah,
Kinsman,
these chairs
Yeah.
are a tad, just a notch higher than the ones we have
you should
at
invest
Studio
in-
67.
you
Yeah,
should
we
invest
need
in
to
some.
up the budget
But
at
listen,
KINZ and KLOMP.
normally we come in
Yeah.
on the shot, just you and I, and we don't make, for our guests don't have to sit there all awkwardly and try to laugh at our jokes. But we're at a big shot here tonight.
Yeah,
all three
we
of
are.
us.
Canadore College
Yes.
in North Bay with a local superstar.
Yes.
On the panel here.
Yes.
This is Studio 67 / Canadore College tonight. We've got Jen Tocheri.
Tocheri.
All right.
Tocheri.
Okay.
In studio tonight.
Yeah.
And again, if you follow Jen online, she's an actress with ACTRA Toronto. Is it, Jen?
That's the union, yep.
That's you know.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, big wig.
Oh.
You might have seen Jen on TV, maybe some shows.
Maybe in the background.
All
In the background,
all
yeah.
this stuff Jen just told you 5 minutes ago, you just repeated there, kids. So it's good stuff.
More importantly, I'm taking a chair home with me.
Yes,
So-
we're all.
Yeah, we all want these
Everyone
chairs outta
gets a
here.
gift of a chair tonight.
I
here, Kinsman.
think
It's
so.
like Oprah tonight.
Yeah, it is like Oprah. Yeah, that's right. So we have the awesome team of Mel and Mel working behind the scenes tonight.
Yeah, part of the We Count Talk Show. That's why we're also here, because tomorrow night they have their next episode,
Yes.
which is going to happen tomorrow night.
That's right. So we're
7
running the
o'clock.
production on their show. They're running the production on our show tonight there, Kinsman.
And they've connected us.
And they are the connectors.
Yeah.
Ooh, the bad jokes are just flowing here. Yeah, we warned you about this before
Yeah,
we
we're
went
only a couple
on.
minutes in and they're already here.
Our Wheel of Winning, let's get to that, pal.
Yeah, two free lunches to Ciao Sandwich Co.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You didn't give much time for Mel to put up the overlay. You zipped into that quickly. And all you got to do is comment on the show like usual. Mm-hmm. All right.
Just, say you want to win 2 free lunches to Ciao.
We're also simulcasting on your podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. The Crew Up North podcast. If you haven't seen it, this is the merch debut.
The
Ooh,
Crew
merch
Up North
debut.
podcast.
So-
So,
That's
right.
hello
Fresh.
to your viewers who are now watching with our viewers. We're going to mesh.
We're gonna
Get
mesh.
a little cross promote tonight. Yeah.
But they're over on IG is their big following, Kinsman. That's where all the cool kids go, or what?
the cool kids.
Mark just found out about TikTok 2 weeks ago, and now he's obsessed with it.
You just found out about TikTok.
No, I didn't.
Are you,
I did
are you on
not
TikTok
know.
now?
No.
Yeah,
TikTok
no.
famous?
Are you TikTok famous, Kinsman? You got a secret
Not
channel?
yet. Not yet. No.
Okay, so I took the seat closest to Jen because I was going to let you have it there, Kinsman, but I have found out more than 5 minutes ago, Jen's from Thunder Bay.
30
Ah,
minutes ago.
yes, fellow 807s.
Represent.
Share the panel.
Yeah, she did go to FWCI, so I'm gonna let that slide.
Okay.
a little
all right.
bit.
Yeah, 'cause we're enemies.
Yeah,
so.
we're mortal enemies. But that's super cool. So I guess tell us about this journey. So from Thunder Bay, North Bay, a lot of movement in your role. How did you get interested in the entertainment business living in Thunder Bay?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I did like dance when I was a kid, and I took drama class, and I did that in high school, and I was in Oliver the musical in high school, and it was a lot of fun. But I still didn't really have like a moment of thinking that it was going to turn into a career. And now we all know how dated I am at this point. If anyone's from Thunder Bay, they know that FW closed a long time ago. So
Yeah.
I remember Lord of the Rings was a big thing when I
Yeah.
was, I don't know, maybe like in grade 11. And I remember watching this specific scene with Frodo when he thinks that Gandalf has died. And he turns around and he has tears in his eyes. And up until that point, I had never watched anything that actually like hit me emotionally. And I just watched it and I felt it and I thought, oh my God, I want to do that. Like I want to do that for other people. And then it's just been downhill from there.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I should have went into
It's a good
accounting.
downhill from there.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of great, pieces that you're working on. And
Yeah, so then I started volunteering for, Thunder Bay has a Confederation College, so they have a film program
Yeah.
there. I started volunteering for some of the film students. And then ended up making my way here. It was originally supposed to be a pit stop, but then things started coming here. Production started coming here.
Yeah.
Kids in the Town, Death Comes to Town was the first show that I got paid to do background on. It was very exciting. It was such a good show. And then there was an agency that opened up, and I got to be part of the agency, and I auditioned for a show called Hard Rock Medical. And for some reason, Derek DiOrio hired me, and I
Yeah.
ended up being a recurring character on all 4 seasons.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I got my actor card right away, and yeah, and then that journey sort of continued as things started to come here more.
It's a big leap to get into the entertainment business, especially when you grow up in northern communities. Like we're very fortunate. Like in Timmins, we have a mining community, so the mining's the dominant resource. It booms our economy. There are very talented people in our community, but I would say 90% of people don't think about going into the entertainment business. Thunder Bay's changed slightly, but you know, back 10, 15 years ago, it was exactly the same. North Bay's made some adjustments, but did you feel like you were sort of like on the outside of the box thinking about entertainment, like where your friends or was your family pushing you to do something else? Or was it like chase your dreams?
It was probably a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my family is supportive, but at the same time, it's like, well, you have to eat. So are you sure? Are you really sure that you want to be doing this? Yeah. So the struggle is real every year. Film is very inconsistent, even now. But I think if you have just something inside of you that feels like you need to be doing it, then I say you follow it. I mean, you guys know, you have your own show and you've followed that, and you're reaching out to the community and sharing their stories and stuff. And obviously it's, you know, you have a really good following, so obviously it's very important to a lot of people.
What would you say for, you know, folks out there who are just like, they're at that moment of their life where they're considering it? Is it right to say, take any opportunity you can get? And I'm not talking about adult movies, okay? I get there's a line.
Yeah, what are we
And
talking
like,
about?
okay, but I mean, like, you're not always going to step onto the set and be the star of a hit television show right away. But you may get an opportunity to work as the crew.
Yes.
Possibly. And your mind shouldn't be like, if you have an opportunity to be a part of a set at any
Should
type of
take it.
capacity, you
Yeah.
should take it, right?
Yes. And listen, I lucked out with that role, but having said that, I'm not like booking recurring roles all the time. I mean, I do a lot of background. I make a majority of my income doing background and stand-in work. And I mean, that has been great, because I've built a tremendous amount of friendships and the community of background. We were talking about that before we went live. But also you get to learn what the other crew members do. And so, you know, it really, I think it's also good because it keeps you grounded, that you have to work really hard for where you want to go. And it's not going to come easy, and it's not, I'm learning this the hard way, it's not about the end result. It is actually about the journey. And people say that all the time, but I think you have to live through it a bit to really know that. But yeah, if someone wants to get into the industry, I would say take any job that, any position in any department.
Don't fret or say, I'm going to be standing, you know, in a corner
Yeah.
for that whole, you know, that whole set. But you said background work, it could be a mix of anything. Like, you know, talking before the show, you've got a job tomorrow.
Yes.
Which you've now taken, but they don't tell you what's going to happen. It's kind of a secret.
Yeah, I have no idea what, like, I know whereabouts we're going to be, but I don't know the location. I don't know what wardrobe I'm bringing tomorrow. I don't know any of that.
They just tell
information.
you where to be, door A, and here's what you need to do.
Yeah, like I'll get an email tonight at some point,
Right.
and then I'll know what time to wake up tomorrow and
Right.
what to bring and how many pairs of boots I need to, if we're outside, I don't know. But I would say background is probably the easiest and the best way to get a foot in the door if you have no idea what department you want to work in. There's casting calls all the time for union and non-union members. They're always looking for non-union people to join background. And it really does give you a good idea of what goes on set. And then you can start like people watching and seeing what
Yeah.
people are doing in other departments.
Do you find when it comes to the memorization of lines, everyone has their techniques. You know, I've known people that can read over 5 or 6 pages and just have it here. I'm not in that category. There's folks that have to be very compulsive with it. Read with their significant other, kids, whoever wants to read
Cue
with them.
cards or, you know,
What
reading
is
in front of
your-
the mirror.
What is your style as you prep for a role?
I am I memorize easier listening to it.
Okay.
So I'll read it a couple of times to make sure I'm understanding everything, and then I actually record it all into my phone, all of the lines.
Oh, okay.
And then once I basically have it memorized, then I re-record the other characters, all of the other characters' lines, and then I just leave a space for how much time I think I need to respond to it, and then it's like I'm having a conversation with myself. And then if you have time, then you add another layer where you do something where you're kind of busy. So like, someone told me to do it while I'm driving. Well, you don't, that's not always an option. So like if I'm pairing socks, or putting away the dishes, something that's kind of distracting.
Right.
Because when you're on set, you will always be distracted, always.
Ah.
So it kind of adds that extra layer to it.
Now, as you may have not noticed, Mark has a very deep, penetrating radio voice. You understand that? You noticed that, right?
No, I had
yeah,
no idea.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Mark would be the perfect guy to record. He'd be like, he can read your lines. Like, Sally walked down the street and very happily said,
In the
"Are
monotone
you having
voice,
a nice day?" I think he has a business there, right?
Oh, yeah.
A podcast
You think
lines
so?
for actors. Yeah, well, you take it if you don't want to take the advice there. So different tricks for different folks then, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, that's not perfect either. And I find that it depends on the way it's written. Some things you can instantly relate to a character and you can memorize the script very easily. And then other times, just the way that it's worded is not how you would naturally speak, which isn't uncommon. But sometimes it just makes it a little bit harder to memorize. So auditions, luckily, most of them are self-tapes. And you get to do it more than once.
Right.
Which
So
is
that's-
pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Now, for those watching, how does one get into the ACTRA, department? Because it is, you said it's union and non-union. Is it hard? Do you go to a website? How does one find a job in the career of what you're doing?
So for background, if you're local and you're Northern Ontario, I would suggest looking up the local background casting agents. So for here would be Micheline Blais, Ashley St. Jean, and Ainsley, and there is one other person that does it from time to time. And there is a new casting agency that's coming in and casting another show. I won't mention it just because I don't know what's public about it or at this point or not. But yeah, I would seek them out on Facebook, Instagram, and get on their email lists as well. And then you can start getting notifications about the background work that's coming in this area. Things are a bit slow right now. So like I am working on a show tomorrow, but that's the only one that's filming at the moment, I think. So.
Okay. So you had mentioned, jump on any opportunity you can. But let's say it's a perfect world and you have your preference. Now, hypothetically, so I'm in the Hallmark movies and superheroes. So say you have a passion for a certain genre. Would you rather have a preference of, like, for example, if you were into action movies, would you prefer to be in an action because you love actions, or maybe something told like a rom-com because it's sort of out of the box and it challenges you? I'm not too sure what type of movies you're into, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. I think any work is going to challenge you.
Yeah.
So either memorizing, working with another actor that you've never worked with before. I think I would put the genre less to the side and think more about what I would gain from all of the different aspects of working on a show. Like, I'll give you an example. I just did some background on a show in Thunder Bay. And I didn't know much about it, but as it turns out, it's a horror movie. I don't watch horror movies.
Okay.
I don't like being scared. I don't like lightning and thunder. Like, I'm just that person who turtles inside and I'm just scared all the time. But it was so fun to work on.
Right.
Like, so much fun to work on those types of movies. If I were to think about my personality, I would think that, maybe that's something I wouldn't be interested in, but I totally loved it. And it was a great experience.
I don't want to get like heavy political here, but we are here celebrating with the amazing Mel and Mel.
Yeah.
They are tremendous partners, and we're super proud of what they're doing. And their main platform is to support women, women in leadership roles. And I find you're doing the same thing. You know, we can go back and look how the industry has treated women, and this is not a political debate. But from time to time, do you get advice? People ask you advice specifically from women, ask you how the industry is. You know, from a leadership point, do people come and approach you? Because you've done some pretty awesome things.
Thank you. No one's asked for my
No,
advice.
okay. No? Well, people
No advice,
should.
no.
People should.
Listen,
Well, they
you guys have
should.
you've
Yeah.
been very generous in your introduction. I just really, you know, because I do so much background and I work
Yeah.
as crew, like doing stand-in and stuff. You know, I sort of see myself more in those terms.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone really sees me as someone.
Oh, I
to
would not
look up to.
sell yourself short, because even like our internet show here, we know that that's not, once again, with 98%, 98, is that the word? Thank you.
98%.
Thank you for helping with that terminology. I was going to change my number because I was making it up. But 98% of people, this isn't their passion. So when you grow up in a community, you don't have a lot of folks to lean on because they're interested.
Right.
You know, a lot of my buddies in Thunder Bay were interested. You know, a lot of them are great welders and plumbers, and they're doing
Different
They have
trades.
these amazing careers. You know, I didn't own a saw until 4 years ago. So we didn't, job related, we didn't have anything in common, a lot of other things. So I think it would be awesome speaking to someone, no matter what they're doing in the industry, you know, they're making a career out of it. I would never sell what you're doing short. I think it's tremendous because it's not an easy thing to get through the door at all.
Yeah, it's
Got to
true.
get your foot into the door.
It's hard.
And
And you
then
have to
once
stay
you get
there.
it in there,
Yeah.
you got to keep the door and got to keep your second foot coming in there. And, you know, all these, you know, the producers, everybody on set, they see you coming back as background saying, you know what, she's reliable, she's, you know, she's got the passion towards it. And they keep, you know, throwing you other roles. And again, you gotta stay at it.
You got to stay at it. And I think this is also where it comes in that, like, if you're going to be in this industry, you need to find the friendships. Because to be honest with you, I almost quit acting a couple years ago. And I had two good friends who were also actors who were like, you can't quit yet. Like, please don't. Like, something else is coming. Just don't quit. And I was just in a place where I just felt so heartbroken from the rejection, because it does wear on you. And they were right, because I ended up booking a role like 2 months after.
Right.
So, you know, you really never know how things are going to come up. And then, you know, the year after, I ended up creating this podcast out of nowhere. So, you know, if you love it, you just have to you have to surround yourself with good friends who are supportive, even if they're not in the industry. As long as they are supporting your journey, I think that is really key.
Now, let's chat a little bit about your podcast. So we're live on your
the-
IG feed right now.
The Crew Up North podcast.
The Crew Up, I like, you know, we should have had a cool name like that there, kids. Maybe we'll be the Crew Upper North, because we're way more north than North Bay. Eh, kids?
Yeah, just a
like
tad.
we're super north. No, we're stuck with KINZ and KLOMP. You know, we already printed the signs. Tell us.
go back now.
We can't go. Rebranding is too way out of our budget.
You got your one sign and you can't do anything else.
It's right. It's not even on the camera. It's just we're just sitting.
It's over there.
We like looking at it. That was $99, and I like looking at that investment.
We take good care of it. Yeah.
So, well, tell us a little bit about your podcast. So, who are the hosts? What are the guests? What are the topics?
So I'm the host.
Yeah.
And the guests are the various film crew of Northern Ontario. So I really wanted to focus on each individual's journey. Yes, their departments as well, if they work in one or multiple departments. And really what it's like to live here and sustain a film career. Because, you know, the film industry has been here for about 15 years. And a lot of them that started back then have become heads of their own departments, keys, and they're very talented people. But like we were just discussing, it's no joke. Like it's very inconsistent. We've gone through COVID, we've gone through a writer's strike recently. And not to mention that we're, of course, always depending on someone else's project coming to town in order for all of us to get work, which is also part of the reason I wanted to create my own show. Because when at some point you have to follow your own vision too, right? So take what you've learned from other things and build on it. But I really wanted to highlight the film crew because I think that, when things are promoted, the actors obviously are in front of the camera promoting it, directors, that type of thing. But you don't really see as many interviews with film crew, and they work tirelessly. And they're so talented. So I just thought, they should really be able to be highlighted.
They deserve the spotlight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, put them on the pedestal.
We have one soundboard guy. Now I feel bad that we're not giving him
It's his
enough
birthday
spotlight.
tonight.
Oh, it is.
We gave him a day off.
We
Happy
gave him the
birthday
day
to
off.
Ronald Thompson.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if this doesn't go live properly, it's your fault, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we gave him the night off. He was going to come, and then he found out how many hours we did driving today. and he said,
We drove 13 hours. It took us that long to get to North Bay because we went non-GPS and made a wrong turn.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, that's it.
Okay.
We had a drop
to make
off.
a stop.
We had a drop off in Peterborough. I'll get very emotional if I talk about it, though.
Yeah, let's
Even I have my limits there, kids. But anyways, it's been a long journey to get here. But a couple things. Back to Mel and Mel. So we are essentially here today to celebrate women in leadership roles. And so one, I appreciate, you coming on to kick off our part of the show. And tomorrow night, Mel and Mel, we'll be in the back end.
Yeah, we're going to be producing, and they're going to be celebrating failures here on the show.
That's right.
And I was joking with Mel and Mel. It's going to be everybody from 1967 leading up to now, from non-playoff Stanley Cup wins.
Everything's a
With the
Leaf reference.
I always have to tie in my
you think the
Leafs.
crowd tomorrow will like the Leaf reference?
Well, they just might.
No, kids.
They
man.
just might.
Did you like a good Maple Leaf reference?
I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's right. Yeah.
No Leafs.
We were joking with Mel. So Mel and Mel, they're great partners of us, and once again, their strong focus is women in leadership. And which better way for your first partnership to be two middle-aged white men? What a way to kick it off, eh?
Listen, I can get you some wigs. I know.
Hey,
know
I
some
have one.
people.
He does have a
All
wig.
I literally
He's
am
going
one.
through
Yeah,
a midlife crisis
I really am.
back at the studio.
I really am going through a midlife crisis.
Need to bring a wig back.
They are tremendous, so we're looking forward to that tomorrow. So outside of the movie industry, that's what do you do to sort of de-stress and unwind?
I just cry a lot. That is
Yes.
one of.
Yeah, respect.
That's a good question. Actually, recently, the last few years, I found, this is going to sound so cheesy.
Oh.
I'm going to go here. Walks in nature.
Yes. Hey, you came to the right show for cheesy, right, Kenzie? Yeah.
No, but really, actually, even driving here, the sun was setting as I was driving down the highway to come here, and it just those little moments of remembering that there's something else happening on the planet. So yeah, things like that have helped me come back to myself a bit. But yeah, you have to have a life. I don't have much of one, so I can't give you a ton of advice there. But yeah, friendships. I do some writing as well. So working on your own projects, aside from whatever department you work in, I would say is a good thing too. But yeah, just stretching your brain and reminding yourself that you can do other things.
Writing is a whole other ball game. So we had the opportunity to work with Cheryl Meyer. Have you heard of Cheryl before?
No.
So Cheryl's a writer from
Carve.
Timmins.
Yeah.
Well, she's from Timmins, and most recently, she has a bunch of cool projects on the go. But most recently she wrote Carved, which was a movie about a killer pumpkin. Came out at Halloween, and it was the #1 movie for the Halloween week on Hulu and Disney.
Yeah.
Really?
But
Pretty awesome.
Her backstory is crazy. You're writing hundreds of scripts before even someone puts it on their desk.
Yeah.
Never mind looking at it and possibly saying yes, like just putting it on their desk. And like a script, like this is not an evening undertaking.
No.
This is like your life.
Yes, and I've done research behind writing a proper like feature-length script, and there's a lot of layers that you have to have in there if you want to. I don't want to say do it properly, but like make sure that it's interesting and people are being introduced at the right time, and there's like the traditional 3 acts of a script and all of that. So, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to think about.
Yeah, so that's once again, it was another like ear-popping story of like the grind that happens in this industry.
Like how many no's you're going to hear before you get that one yes.
Just like tonight, we asked for a Pepsi Zero, and they said, no, you're getting a Coke Zero. And I did my crying too. That's why you saw me run to the washroom. I had a 10-second cry, I have to admit. They're like, oh, Coke, I can't believe it. But so I'm with you on the crying.
So your sponsor is not Coca-Cola.
No, we wish.
Should be.
Yeah, that's right. Have you heard about this Donald Trump guy? Have you heard this word passed along lately?
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
No.
So
it's
so believe it or
how
not.
much should I say?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I actually have a question that's not going to make this too wild. So, one of the good things that come about it is we're finding like we're getting a little more Canadian. We fell off a little bit off the track, and we're getting a little more pride with our purchasing our Canadian products, supporting our Canadian businesses. But I see this debate online where people are saying, and I'm talking entertainment, I'm going to cancel Amazon, I'm going to cancel Netflix, I'm going to cancel Disney. But is it true, to your knowledge, like a lot of these companies, and I get Netflix is an American company, a big one, but there's a lot of Canadian productions, hiring Canadian people, Canadian content. Like there's a lot of Canadian jobs that flow through these
Like behind
big
the
streaming
scenes.
companies.
Yes.
Great.
In all these businesses.
It's big.
A lot of the work that we get is American.
Yeah.
Like we do a lot of Christmas shows. Majority of them are American. The writer strike happened, the American writer strike happened, I'm trying to think of the year, maybe 2022 or 2023. And that shut basically our industry down other than the 2 productions that could go ahead because they were strictly Canadian. So yeah, we do depend on a lot of that work. And I get what people are saying, but yeah, if they don't work in the industry, they probably wouldn't know that a lot of those things are filmed up here too.
Yeah, they sure are. So, canceling your Netflix subscription could have a big time side effect.
Yeah,
on
big side effect.
Our Canadian
for
folks
sure.
in the industry.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, some businesses are Canadian franchisees. Even though they've got a big name in the States, but Canadian franchisees.
Now,
make a big
today
difference.
you wanted to go to Yankee Doodle hot dogs, Kinsman. I'm like, I think they're all American. So you were sleeping in the car, so I passed it. Yeah, I went to Pierre Elliott's Poutine, so we're okay. Can you tell I made that up? No.
No, it was pretty good actually. I wouldn't know the difference. So.
Yankee Doodle hot dogs.
I actually have someone who wants to say hi to you guys.
Oh.
So I filmed the podcast in Port North Bay, which is downtown. It's a co-working space.
Yeah.
And the owner of it is Al McDonald.
Oh, yes.
And I told him that I was going to be on the show, and he was saying to me that back when he was mayor, because he was our former mayor,
Yes.
that you guys interviewed him.
We did.
Yes, he was a part of the Christmas.
And we interviewed him.
yes.
Yeah, the Kinsman. There we go.
Yeah. So if we want to talk about entrepreneurs and all that, I mean, it's a co-working space, and everyone that's in there that has an office is an entrepreneur by their own right. So he's been very supportive of the podcast itself, and then it's a very supportive space in general. So, and he's also sponsoring the space for the podcast.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
He was very generous with his time. And
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Were you impressed that we knew a mayor, or was that like, you're on the big time now?
Yeah.
But no, Al, and actually all the current North Bay mayor, they've always been very good with us, and even working with us with some humor, and and talk about like the serious issues. So that is super cool. We're gonna have to definitely say hi back.
Yes.
and
Well,
send-
he's
and
watching
send him
right
a mess.
now.
Yeah.
He could be.
He could be
He
watching.
could be watching right
now.
now. AL.
AL? That's all we got?
That's it. Hey, thanks for watching and thanks for supporting the podcast. Yeah, the crew up north podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
North Bay is a beautiful community, and you talked about the production. So Hallmark movies or Christmas type movies. Now, if we get talking into these, we're going to midnight tonight with me, Kinsman. But you were warned how much I love these Hallmark.
Well,
What is your
he's looking for
favorite? I need
bit
to know.
parts in Hallmark movies. So if anything ties to North Bay, give KLOMP a call.
Listen, all you have to do is, contact
You could be a
the casting
background.
directors.
You can be a background fixture
You think
in one of the
You know what?
Hallmark
You could
movies.
be
yeah.
background to the
They're gonna,
background.
put
You
you as a
can-
I always
snowbank or
thought,
something.
like in these movies, because my wife won't let me be romantic lead, and I don't think anyone's chasing me for that anyway. She said, that's off. I'm like, who would be wanting that for me? But I think I'd be a good fit. You know the guy like who hates Christmas and he cuts down the trees that
That'd be you.
ruins the trees or something like ridiculous. Like, what do you think there, Kinsman? You're obviously prepping to be Santa with that beard, so you got that role covered. But
Actually, it's funny because I don't know what they do now, but I know that there was a time where a lot of the villains on the Hallmarky type of shows had beards.
oh wow, so you're one up.
I
on
could be
me.
a villain.
And your black hat, that would be a no-no for costume unless you're a villain.
Only a villain.
Yeah. If you watch them,
yeah.
just take note
This-
of the colors. that
This
they
is
all
my thing with the Hallmark movies, and I know the jokes. It's the same plot. It's the same, and it really is. But you come home from a stressful day.
Yeah.
A Hallmark movie just like it doesn't get you upset. It doesn't it just gets you like mellow and like.
It's like comfort food for people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's our Yankee Doodle Dog.
Your
movie
Yankee
today.
Doodle Dog.
It's the same. Right?
Totally.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, it's like, when I binge watch Superstore or Gilmore Girls for
Yeah.
the 10th time, I know what's going to happen, but I like the show. I know what to expect. I don't have to follow. It's not a new show, so I don't have to follow so closely to it. I can kind of be half in, half out. I think it's the same thing with the Hallmarks. It's like people know the general plot. The characters are new, but you know where it's going. And you can just sort of sit down and watch it and enjoy it. Yeah.
So a lot of those you're seeing July, Canada, fake snow. A lot of them
Yep.
are shot in the summer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually did do stand-in on one where we shot in the winter. And I was like, this is going to be way better because we have real snow.
Oh,
It
yeah.
wasn't
No.
because it was like November and it heavily snowed one day and then it melted. And I was like, oh my God, the people at sets are like, they're going to have a heyday trying to match the snow level. So yeah, all these weird things you have to think about.
Well, if
I
you're
mean, I don't have to think about
behind
it. It's
the
not my
scenes.
job,
if
but-
you're in Timmins, we get 10 months of snow, so you can almost shoot. And one of my favorite television series, Fear of Thy Neighbor, shot in Hamilton, and I always thought that would be cool to have. Have you ever seen that?
No.
So it's a reality show, but they're reenacting the scenes about neighbors that don't get along, and something violent happens.
Oh, wow.
Where it starts, it was a violent town, but it used to be a quiet town.
You could do the voiceover for that.
I could do the voiceover.
See how I tried to be the voiceover? And right away they looked at you there, Ken. It's hard to beat his voice, right?
It would be very good for that type of show. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so how about this? Let's re-mention our Wheel of Winning. Take a break.
Yeah, 2 free lunches to Ciao Sandwich Co.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
So we're
That's in
Yeah.
Timmins?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That is in Timmins.
You definitely, next time, have you
brand
been
new.
to Timmins before?
No, I've driven around it.
Joe, you got to drive
Not
right
on
through
purpose.
Go
but
right
like-
downtown.
Yeah.
177 3rd Ave is where Ciao Sandwich Co. is.
it. That's right, right by our office. So when you're in Timmins, we'll have you in our studio and we'll go to Chow for lunch. Opportunity to win that, and we'll wrap it up with Jen just after this break.
We will do that. Sponsor reel.
Yeah, all right, Mel, roll it.
For the best security and peace of mind, you need to call Martin Peel today at Pat's K-9 Protection and Detection Services. Martin also does mobile security patrols and alarms. Call today for a quote, 705-288-7435. And book an ultimate pizza party today at Midtown Bowl. Up to 6 bowlers, 1 pizza, 1 jug of juice or pop, and how about 6 $10 Fun Zone game cards and shoe rental for only $139.99. Call to book your fun now, 705-267-3500. Wednesday, June 4th and Thursday, June 5th are where all eyes will be for the Timmins Canadian Mining Expo. jackleg competition, hundreds of vendors, and more. For more details, log on to CanadianMiningExpo.com. Tickets are on sale now for the Timmins Comedy Festival, April 24th through 26th, with the roast of Paul Bellini from Kids in the Hall, comedy at the Dante Club with Dave Maherge. How about Magic Mel, a free Dare show with Dare Timmins, and win cash with Adam Groh live at Timmins High. Tickets are on sale now at timminscomedy.ca. Can't get to Ciao this week? Then bring Ciao to you. Ciao Sandwich Co. want to cater your lunch office this week. Inquire today, ciaosandwich@gmail.com, or stop in and see Ryan and Kennedy, located at 177 3rd Avenue in your downtown. Supporting someone with dementia, the You First program equips care partners and healthcare staff with the skills to manage behavior changes and provide personal-centered care one-on-one. Inquire today with Alzheimer's Society Cochrane-Temiskaming, 705-268-4554. And there's a meeting coming up March 4th and 5th at the Timmins Public Library, where parents and caregivers can share their experiences with challenges navigating services for their children and family members. All are welcome to attend. Vote Corey Lepage for the Timmins NDP. Corey will put the brakes on rising costs, hiring new doctors here in the north, make your highways safer, lowering your rent, and provide monthly grocery rebates. Stop by his campaign office this week for a sign or to say hi, located 84 Cedar Street South. For an all-natural cleaning product, try TNT's all-natural cleaning products. Safe for pets and safe for your kids. Call today, 705-406-4578. Coming off a big win over the Timmins Rock this weekend, the Storm gets set to take on the Espanola Paper Kings. This Saturday night at the Igloo, puck drops at 7:30. Tickets on sale now, ifstormjra.com. And stop in for a Sparks lunch meal deal this week at Sparks Pizza. An 8-inch personal pizza, pop, and a bag of chips for only $13 every day from 11 a.m. to 2:30. Dine in at 206 3rd Avenue or order yours online at sparkspizza.ca. J&R Custom Cabinets are having a flooring sale. Save 10% off Fusion flooring right now. Plus, receive a free laminate countertop with the purchase of a complete kitchen. See in store for details, located at 1150 Riverside Drive. Lucian Transportation is now hiring 310T, 310S certified mechanics and bus drivers. Bus drivers will get a $2,000 sign-on bonus, and it's paid training. Drop off your resume today to 42 McChesney Road, Timmins, or call 705-360-4090. With more than 75 programs to choose from, your future career awaits you at Northern College. Enroll today, northerncollege.ca. Need a new caterer? Then try Attawapiskat Catering. They are the sole catering service providers for the De Beers Victor Mine site. Call today, 705-267-5547. And early bird summer camp registrations are still on at Camp Bickle. Sign up now and save 10%. You can even sign up online now on their brand new website at campbickle.ca. And happy 90th anniversary to the Schumacher Lions Club, serving and giving back to our community since 1935. To keep tabs on all the businesses in your downtown, you need to follow the Downtown Timmins BIA. You can do so online at downtowntimmins.com. With over 45 years courier experience here in the North, put the trust in the hands of Robert Champagne at Timmins Courier Service. Move your packages today, 705-266-4285. Do you have a do-it-yourself job but don't have the tools? Then call Gord's Rentals today. They have it for you. With jobs big or small, call 705-268-7029 or drop in and see them, 778 Riverside Drive. She's the producer of Sportsman Channel Canada and Just Hunt Inc., Amanda Lynn Mayhew. And the first and only First Nations-owned security provider in Northern Ontario is Advanced Security Protective Services, based right here in Timmins, 705-267-5547. And 234 acres are now available in Black River, Matheson, with Jessica Gervais from Royal LePage and Northern Realty Leaders. Call Jessica now, 705-360-7000. And Dare Timmins brings Magic Mel to the city, a part of the Timmins Comedy Festival. It's a free show for the kids, April the 26th, 2 p.m. at Timmins High. Details and tickets at timmonscomedy.ca. In time to register your child for kindergarten this September with the Northeastern Catholic District School Board. To book a tour with Pope Francis or St. Joseph's School, log on to ncdsb.on.ca. And the Rock on the River lineup is very close to being released. Want to follow TFEC online for all the details, timmonsfestivals.com. And on the big screen at Imagine Cinemas this week, The Monkey, The Unbreakable Boy, and Paddington in Peru. Tickets and showtimes at imaginecinemas.com. And the PMHA wishing all teams a great run into the playoffs next month. Follow all the details online at the PMHA Facebook page. And come play the final Friday Funds event at Jackpot Times Timmins. Happens this Friday, $50, which includes a 3-strip dabbing pack, $5 TapTix card, and dinner special for you. Reserve your seat now at 251 First Avenue. And the final week to book a seat on board our first ever NHL bus trip to Ottawa, March 28th through 30th, $665 per person, which includes a coach there and back, courtesy of Tisdale Coach Lines, 2 nights hotel accommodation, and your Sens game ticket. Email us today, kinsandklomp@gmail.com if you want to come. And it's the final week of the clearance sale at Canadian Tire Timmins. Exercise equipment, outdoor apparel, hunting, ice fishing, skidoo wear, and more. It all ends on Friday, so stop by Canadian Tire Timmins this week. And join Mel and Mel this week when they take the Week Out Talk Show to Canadore College in North Bay. Happens Thursday night at 7 p.m. as they chat celebrating failures. And the Timmins Majors hit the road for a doubleheader against the Sioux Junior Greyhounds this weekend. Follow all the action online at timmonsmajors.com. And book your March carpet cleaning, strip and wax jobs today with DAP Cleaning Solutions. Residential commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed. Call for your free quote, 705-465-3500. And seal the deal with this guy, Albert Seal from Royal LePage, your Northern Realty leaders. Check out these new listings on Claim Post Trail, Crescent Avenue, and Jade Avenue, and more. Contact Albert for a showing, 705-465-3493. And save the date, Thursday, March 13th, for the March in March. It's a mission to ignite the light inside of every individual. Deliver hope, understanding, wisdom, respect, and love. Stay tuned for more details.
All right, we are back.
We are back. Yeah, Canadore College with Jen Tocheri.
That's right.
And we're having some fun here tonight.
Yeah, we're
I
having...
like the way you say my name, by the way.
Canadore College.
Yeah.
Like
And a big thanks to Canadore College for allowing us to use their space tonight.
You know, if you need
Just
an
phenomenal.
introduction at an event, Mark would be another guy to
Yeah,
bring
I just
on.
need to bring you everywhere.
You do, that's right. Remember, I get 50% of whatever you're going to get for that, kids. You know, as the agent. here.
Yeah. Well, remember our My Animal stint there.
Yeah, our stint. Yeah, a whole day on scene. Our scene was cut.
Oh,
Well,
the
the
you guys
main
were on-
scene was,
That's a show that
The My
a movie.
Animal was
Yeah.
filmed in Timmins.
Yeah, I watched it. So
Yeah.
you guys had a part in it?
I was the rink announcer when they did the spooky scene or something.
Yes. So Mark was the with his voice, but then we had shot a scene. There was this supposed to be this big moment where
At the
main
McIntyre Arena,
main character
the tire
makes
scene.
a big save, right? Like a traditional sports movie. But I sort of get it because the movie's very somber.
It didn't flow.
And serious. And then how we came in, okay, here comes the big goal down the ice. He's about to shoot. Oh, my God. Like, we're wacky. It didn't feel like it was going to fit the puzzle.
Well,
Yeah,
the entire Max scene was cut from that.
Yeah.
From that movie.
Anyway, it was an awesome experience.
But our
Well, you guys
names
had
are still in
lines?
credits.
yeah,
So, like, you're apprentices now.
we got that. We're even on IMDb.
I am.
No, but like
yeah.
you're part of the union, is what I'm saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'd be.
I guess for that one week.
You just
Yeah.
even if you say one line, you'd be an actor apprentice. So we'll talk about it after.
I had to do
Well, there we go.
I had to do the announcing for one of the figure skating scenes when they came out to the ice.
So you had 2 seats. He's bragging because he had 2 seats. He had more than me. We get it there, kids. But yeah, you definitely hear his voice in that.
That's
but
cool.
But the whole scene. But I got it, and it was a tremendous experience. They were so amazing.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And again, shot during COVID, so
Yeah.
really tough
we
to
had
do, and they did
the
it.
COVID
Yeah.
tests.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we're very proud of that production in Timmins.
That's very cool.
So was there anything else you wanted to mention that we haven't had an opportunity to get to?
Well, about the podcast, so we wrapped up season 1 in January, and I'm working on season 2. I have a bunch of people lined up who would like to be on the show. So from different departments from the stunts community. So I have a stunt coordinator who would like to talk about how he would like to build more of a training facility here. Someone from props, I have an assistant director, all sorts of people. So I'm really excited to bring season 2 to you guys. And I'm still looking for sponsorships for season 2. So if there's any businesses watching who are interested in sponsoring, please let me know. And since I'm wearing the merch, I will let you know that merch is dropping soon, but not soon enough.
Awesome.
I getcha.
Merch is a big part of it.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
on IG, The Crew Up North.
The Crew Up North podcast. Yeah.
The Crew Up North podcast on IG. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Merch is coming in a couple weeks-ish.
It looks good. And we're
Excellent.
going to do a merch swap.
Yeah.
So we're
We'll
going to work
swap
on
it
that.
up,
Yeah,
and
we're-
we'll wear the different merch.
And actually, this was done by someone from Port. So Port North Bay that I was
Yeah.
talking about earlier. Northern Rides, she has her office in Port, and I met her through there. And yeah, I think it's fabulous. Looks great.
You didn't get it from Yankee Doodle hoodies then?
No, I didn't.
You
No,
got
I'm
it.
supporting
Wait.
Canadian.
You
Oh,
can't.
That's it.
You can only go
Ours
to the
are Canadian.
Kinsman, you
Yeah,
can only go to
from
the
Timmins
Yankee
too.
Doodle joke twice, third time. Like
Yeah,
you
third
get
time,
no laughs on
Yankee
it.
Doodle
So now,
is done.
Now I know
Your
my limit.
your actor contract
We
is done and cut.
we support local businesses with our merch too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they are tremendous.
The
So
way to go.
okay, so this is the fantastic time called the Wheel,
Wheel of
Winning.
Winning.
That's right. All right. Well, you're going to say the.
Well, the
you're
pri-
off your game
well,
tonight.
I thought,
then,
no, I thought we were going to hit the Wheel of Winning.
we haven't had. We have to ask.
We haven't
Mel to
added
do
that yet, but we're giving away 2 free lunches to Ciao Sandwich Co. 177 3rd Ave in downtown Timmins. So
That's right.
all you had to do
And
was
Mel-
watch and make a comment.
And Mel's going to give us the main shot. Okay. All right, Mel. Are you ready to hit the Wheel of Winning video? I don't even know if I told her where the Wheel of Winning video was.
I don't know. We have to coach her through it.
Well, it's because Mel they volunteered to help us out with the background of the show tonight. But
Just keeping the suspense going. You did this on purpose.
are you good there, Mel? Yeah. Are you? I see you're still on. You're still on the solo shot.
You're going to go help her out? So again, anybody who's commented tonight
What's
has a
that?
chance to win 2 free
you already
Ciao
drawed it.
Land. Oh, here we go. And we already got the winner. The Wheel of Winning was spun. Crystal Don Roy, you're going to eat twice at the Ciao Sandwich Co.
That's awesome. I'm very jealous.
There we go. I had to laugh at Mel. So Mel ran the wheel, but she had the shot on our awesome guest. So
Okay.
they didn't get to see your great beard and everything. 'cause
No,
we're doing that Wheel of
well,
Winning.
hey, no.
You know, what a letdown.
It's happened. It's live TV, guys.
But live TV, but they're superstars back there. So
They are a part of the We Count
Well,
Talk Show.
hey,
and
people
tomorrow
are
night, they're going to be
I-
live from this studio.
I'm not saying that as a joke. What I'm saying is that they're planning this big event tomorrow. They got a whole ton of things. They're probably going to be working all night. And we pop in, hey, can you run the show? And we gave them like 1 minute of like tutorial of how to do it. So that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Props to Mel
What do
and
you
Mel.
think?
yeah, absolutely.
pretty good?
Yes.
Yeah, in the midst of like a whole bunch of things that they're trying to do.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of behind the scenes
Yeah.
tech.
Yeah, a
going
lot
on.
of behind the scenes
I
stuff.
felt like I leaned back on this chair too much tonight, so I'm going to go watch the replay there, Kidsman. But
You know what? It made a huge difference in your performance.
it did,
Yeah,
right?
really.
There we go. The fist pound.
Fist
when
pumps
you
around.
Just
All
stretch
right.
that out. All right, so tomorrow night our show's going to be Mel and Mel of the
Yes,
Stars.
Mel and Mel, the We Count Talk Show, live from Canadore College, and they're going to be celebrating failures.
There we go. Celebrating. I love it, pal. We never admit to ours, so now we got Mel and
Now,
Mel.
And mine
they'll
are
have
all
some
over the
admitting to
internet,
theirs,
so all
and
you
it's
gotta do
okay,
is
and
Google mine.
it's okay to admit to your failures
Yeah.
and celebrate them.
Admit to one of yours right now.
One of my failures?
Yeah.
Which,
And don't say
Oh,
working
look, we
with
don't
me.
have any time.
no, that's
Okay, well,
we'd be
fair
here
enough.
all night.
Okay, good night, everyone.